So hey Lawn Care Nation, as a lot of you guys may know, I've been utilizing a lot of different Milwaukee tools in my lawn care business, and overall I absolutely love them. Like my all-time favorites, the Milwaukee M18 hedge trimmer and the quick lock system with its varying availability of different attachments. Now, one of the biggest challenges when you start to use any sort of battery operated equipment in your lawn care business is the need to be able to charge a lot of batteries. Now, up to this point, when it comes to being able to charge multiple batteries at the same time, I have been doing that with just the individual rapid chargers that come in the kits of the specific tools. And while this is great, when it comes to having to charge multiple batteries at the same time, you start to face some other challenges like tripping electrical breakers for the plugs that you're trying to have multiple chargers plugged into. Usually you're going to be using something like this on a 15 amp circuit in a garage. You might have a power bar plugged into it and then have multiple chargers plugged into that power bar, and then that can exceed the available power supply that you have for that plug and start to trip the breakers. And that might happen overnight when you're sleeping, and then you wake up in the morning ready to go to work and you may not have all of your batteries charged and ready to go. So because of that, I have been looking for a different solution, and Milwaukee has come out with this M18 Packout 6-bay rapid charger. So this has the ability to charge up to 6 batteries in pairs of 2 sequentially. So let's take a look at some of the specs that they have listed on the box. Okay, so to start off, this is kit number 48-59-1809, and right off the bat it says this M18 Packout 6-bay rapid charger, and says that it can charge up to 6 XC 5.0 batteries in 3 hours, doing them in that sequential 2, then 2, then 2, versus what it would normally take 10.5 hours with those same 6 batteries, charging them individually, one at a time, one after another, if you were going to do this the standard way using just a standard rapid charger. So it says charge 2 batteries simultaneously at a rapid charge rate, charges 1 battery at a time on either side of the charger, side A, side B. Has a nice integrated carry handle, and it charges all M18 batteries. It is also Packout compatible, so if you've got other Packout storage solutions and things like that, then you're able to mount that and have it securely mounted and be able to dolly that around if you needed to. Also has a integrated USB-A port at 2.1 amps, so you can charge devices off of that as well. So let's open it up and see what it looks like. Unpacked out of the box, you can see it's got a really nice form factor to it with this handy carrying handle. This caddy design on it is really convenient. You'll notice that on each side here it's got 3 spots for 3 M18 batteries on this side as well as on this side here. Both sides as well feature a nice little caddy location where you can store your phone if you're going to be charging your phone using the USB-A port that is on the back of this unit. So super handy little design there that they sorted out. Now, the other thing that's important to note here is the arrows that they have indicated on the top here. So that's to indicate that the charger works in this direction. So essentially, if you put batteries in this unit, it's going to start with these batteries here on the end that is opposite of the USB port. And once those batteries are charged, it's going to move to the next section here in the middle, and then once those are charged, it'll move to the rear section. It's also important to note that both of these sides are independent of the other side. So that means that it doesn't matter the state of charge on each side. So essentially, if you put 2 batteries in this any of the positions here, if one of your batteries happens to be half charged and the other battery battery is completely drained and needs a full charge, it's going to obviously start with charging both batteries at the same time, and the battery that had a half charge is going to finish charging before the other side. It doesn't need to wait for that battery on the opposite side to fully charge before it moves. Both sides are independent, so once one battery charges on one side, it just automatically moves through that sequence and doesn't need to wait for the other side. So essentially it's two separate chargers built in to one unit that can charge one battery sequentially on each side. Now on the back side of this unit, or the bottom, you're going to see that Packout clip system here to be able to mount it into your Packout system. On the front, you're going to notice the button here, and that is to release the unit to unlock it essentially from your Packout system. Now I don't have a bunch of Packout tools, but I do have the Milwaukee mechanic socket set here that also features the Packout system. So we'll try it on here and see how that works. So I'm gonna see about putting that on there. Lock it in place, and then of course if I lift this up, that whole socket set comes with it and is fully locked in place. So you can see how handy that would be if you've got a bunch of different Packout tools stacked up on top of one of their rolling carts. You could have that charger right at the top to finish it off, and it doesn't matter, you know, with that system, if things are tilted or angled, you know, your stack of tools isn't going to fall off. So this would be super handy, especially if you've got like an enclosed trailer and you want to use some of the Milwaukee Packout tool kits to carry some tools and things that you might need throughout the day. You can have your charger mounted right at the top of that so that it's nice and steady. And then of course, to release it, we just pull the button and it allows the unit to unlock. All right, so I got the unit plugged in. Let's try it out here. The arrows are pointing in this direction. So that is the side that is opposite of the electrical cord, is where it's going to start. So if we take a couple of batteries, and again, this is compatible with all of the M18 batteries. So I've got a couple of regular CP 1.5s here. I've got a couple of XC 5.0s. Some of these are not completely drained. Some of them are at different stages. And then I've got a couple of the new Red Lithium Forge 8.0 batteries. So we'll put those last because I think those ones have the most charge in them. And we'll start with the regular 1.5. So I'll put those in the unit there and you can see that a fan kicks on, the red charge light indicator has turned on both. I'll throw in the 5.0s in the middle. And you can see that first 1.5 is already starting to flash green because it had a little bit of a charge left on it. And I'll put the 8.0s last. Okay, so you can see that I loaded up the charger with 6 batteries here, and again, those arrows that you can see there are indicating that the charge sequence starts with those 2 there and then moves to the different positions. Now these batteries were mixed in their state of charge, so that's going to be shown by the indicator lights there. So for the first 2, you can see this battery's got the solid red light. That means that it is currently charging. On this side here, we've got a flashing green light, which means that this battery is almost fully charged. It had a bit more charge than that one when I put it on. When we move to the center position, you'll see that this battery here is flashing red. That indicates that it is in that kind of waiting position before it starts to charge. Same with the one on this side. It's flashing red, ready to charge. And then when we move to the back position with those Forge batteries, this one again is flashing red, indicating that it is waiting to start charging. And then on this side, we had a fully charged Forge battery on there already. So it automatically sensed that this is fully charged and doesn't need a charge. So it's showing the solid green light, which means the battery is fully charged and ready to use. Okay, so the other nice thing about this Milwaukee Packout 6-bay rapid charger is that even though we have this loaded with the M18 batteries currently, and it's charging 2 of them at the same time right now, if we turn this unit around, we can see that USB-A port. This is still accessible and still can be used while M18 batteries are being charged. So if I open that little flap there and plug in a USB port, and then take my iPhone and plug that in. You see the screen come on, indicating that the charger's been plugged in, and you can see the charge indicator there in the corner. So it's charging the phone while the batteries are charging, and then you can store the phone in the nice little handy little cubby there that they provide on the side to keep the phone out of the way while the other batteries are charging as well. The other really nice thing about this caddy design that they've thought of for the portability aspect of it is that they integrated a way to wrap the cord around the caddy itself underneath the batteries. There's plenty of clearance there to wrap the cord a couple of times, and they included a nice little clip on the end of the cord right where the plug is, so that when you're finished doing a couple of wraps, the cord terminates or ends here on the side where the USB port is, and then you can just clip it onto itself there to hold it in place, so that it doesn't get in the way if you're going to use this for carrying around. Now, even regardless of what batteries you use here, if I even take out their 8.0 battery and replace it with their Forge 12.0 battery, which is their largest battery, you'll see that that doesn't affect the cord clearance at the bottom, because the extra length of the battery is off of the back. As you can see from the 2 batteries here, that the difference in height between everything from the 1.0 battery to the 8 to the 12 here is all off the back side, and the fronts there are all equal on how they mount to the actual charger port. So there you have it, Lawn Care Nation. That is the Milwaukee M18 Packout 6-bay rapid charger caddy system. I think this unit is fantastic. The build quality, of course, is Milwaukee's legendary build quality, just super tough. I really like this caddy design, not only for the fact that you can load up 6 batteries and have those going, but just the fact that you could use this to transport your batteries to and from the truck. In the mornings when I'm getting things ready, I'm always having to make multiple trips back and forth or trying to juggle a bunch of batteries, so it'd be nice to have them loaded onto here and then just carry this with the whole unit. I think this would be fantastic in a trailer, coupled with something like a battery supply that you could pre-charge overnight as well. Have your 6 batteries charging on here, loaded up overnight, and then have that in conjunction with a separate battery bank type unit with a built-in inverter that you could then plug this unit into, and then have some power on the go in your trailer to be able to charge batteries throughout the day. This is just a perfect unit for that, to be able to have this sort of portability in that sense. So really do like this design here. So let me know in the comments below if you've used any of these Milwaukee Packout style 6-bay rapid chargers, what you think of them, and how you think this would work in a lawn care business. So that's it for this one, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.